And then there's just like this pile of snow by my armor class and initiative and stuff.
And what is up, you guys? Thanks for tuning in. We are Views from the Dungeon. My name is Aaron Raphael Amin, and I'll be your DM for the day. And we will be traveling under the Dreamer's Flame with a couple of wonderful and, it seems, presumably scared individuals. Party, everyone knows them. We got Ohio Hex, we got Suicide Shinoboy, we got the Jack of all trades out here in LA who is up to some pretty cool stuff. Don't know if we can tell you about it yet, but I just want you to know, be excited for him. He's a cool guy. And just a couple of things. As always, check out Dice Legion. If you guys like physical dice, I mean, we can get you a little bit of a discount. It's the holidays. If you want to get something for your D&D homies, feel free to grab that for them. They would love that. I love new dice as a present, so I don't know. But our link is in the QR code that you see up there. Hopefully I'm pointing the right way. I'm not so sure about the stage left, right type stuff right now. Furthermore, we got Mates of Fate in the house. Be sure to check them out. They're going to be streaming soon. They have wonderful DMs, wonderful players, wonderful just everything. They're super cool guys, so please follow them on Instagram, on Twitch, wherever you can get a hold of them, because they're awesome. They even have a Discord. And if you guys like podcasts, check out Beyond the Review. A couple of friends of ours are doing a little thing on Spotify. So if you guys like movies and want to get in the heads of some other people who have a profound love for film and cinema, check them out. And so I think that kind of catches us all up on promos. Oh, we also have TT Tomes. His Kickstarter is coming up. We're going to start sharing some more information with you guys soon about those character journals, which are really amazing and really awesome. Be sure to check out the TT Tomes campaign. We'll get that link in at break. So what we're going to do here is a little bit of a recap for last time, just a little bit. In the Moor of Dead Men sit our 4 heroes, adventurers, mercenaries. They go by many names. In front of them, a individual from a long lost past, and another by the name of Senkali, who claims to be new god of the Yuan-Ti. And he walks amongst the people to spread his, well, faith. That, however, was met with some skepticism by our friends here. Senkali, after confirming our party had his very interesting and powerful book, decided to invite them under Castle Neratar, where they were faced with the speaker of the messengers, who informed them that if all is to each other's liking, they can keep said book and use it to communicate with Senkali and the others, as he requests them to find 2 out of 5 chromatic orbs as he unveils them to the party, 1 black, 1 red, and 1 green. The party was tasked to find the blue orb, while they seemed to have a heading through the Raskavan, of all parties, on the white orb. They allowed a simple yes or no answer with no repercussions, and time for our party to decide. After they made it back to their humble provided lodgings, it seems they instantly decided no. That was not the move, as they do not have what they would consider the full story. They don't know who's right, who's wrong, or what anyone wants. So they venture further into the world collecting information. Narissa, however, has to meet up with an old individual, an old friend, some might say, Isahu, who is not sure if their original bout had been completed or not, considering Narissa still stands before him. So he offered combat for answers. A combat that was prolonged by Narissa's rage after Isahu was considered content. In this rage, she screamed, alerting the rest of the party members, Ersid and Kane and Uwasa rushing to aid her. Finding that Narissa, in shambles, stood behind Isahu, who was staring at her, Ersid rushed in with the swiftness and stuck a rapier into his body, knocking him out, but not before taking a considerable amount of damage by Isahu's quick reflexes. Misunderstanding informed Arissa as she quickly healed the fallen rival. And so, after dismissing of Isahu, we begin the rest of our day with the four of you standing next to this stone table in the middle of this grand hall. What do you do?
Well,
Isahu has just left after being healed by Narissa using her draconic vessel. Ersid, you are a little roughed up by how fast and violent Isahu's reaction was to your knocking him out with a rapier. Kane, you catch up to kind of see Isahu walking away. Ersid looking confused and frustrated. Narissa worried and concerned.
Well, what happened? I just run up here and it's already over.
Oh, Isahu did leave already.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Well, he's traipsing away.
Well, wouldn't you know it? The fucking guy that is, charged with death against Narissa. Oh, surprise, surprise. What did he try and do?
He wasn't trying to kill me, I promise.
I don't know. Kind of looks like he was trying to kill you just from the state of you.
Uwasa kind of like rushes in and she looks at you all worried and casts a quick cure wounds for 7.
Thank you.
And she gives you a big hug.
I appreciate it. The rage on my behalf is nice. It's just not necessary.
Well, I mean, why were you fighting him? Anyhow. I thought you were just going to talk. That's what you said when you left.
Sometimes we talk with our fists. It's just what we do.
That's a funny language.
Yeah, your people. That's what your people do.
You have to know how strong the other is all of the time.
Well, how strong was he?
He's always been good. He seems to have found a source of strength that makes him better. I mean, you always say that I'm strong. You think that I'm so tough. Where I'm from, we have a saying. To hone the sharpest blade, you have to beat it with a hard rock and a steady hand. He's my rock, and I'm his.
It almost seems cute.
Yeah, I'm frustrated that. Anyway. But you've got something that your friend there doesn't have.
It's not his fault. I just need you both to promise me that you'll leave him to me. If that were either of you, you would have died. I survived because I'm me.
Well,
Thanks.
yeah. I mean, great for me then, I guess, that it wasn't me.
I mean, I wanna, I wanna respect your wishes, and I want you to have your little tender moment or whatever the fuck it is. But at the same time, I can't just watch you die.
That is the way that it is, though. If he were to kill me, that's just... I was never good enough to begin with.
Well, I'll tell you this. If you start fighting again in front of me, I won't step in. But if it looks like he's gonna kill you, I will step in. And that's just the way it's gonna go.
I appreciate it. Just... if we're to fight, I will take care of him.
I believe you.
And Uwasa sort of puffs her cheeks and puffs out her chest and puts her hands in fists on her hips as if to say, you better. Will one of you roll me a d4?
Go ahead.
2.
Okay. Continue.
It's not in my best interest to let him kill me. I just... can't help but wish that there was something in his cold heart. But it's not his fault that there isn't. I'm the weird one.
Well, I suppose it depends on who you ask. Because, from like a standard society's point of view, I think that Esau is the weird one. But what do I know?
He's weirder. I mean, Narissa's still pretty weird.
I guess you're right.
But anyway, alright. Are you doing alright? Did that cure wounds help?
Yeah, I feel physically better. I think...
Emotionally, you're damaged.
Well, there's nothing that can be done about that. If I believe that nothing good is ever going to happen, then nothing good will ever happen, so...
And you hear a voice sort of coming towards you from the path that Airsid and Kane Nuwasa just returned from. Nothing good happens unless you work for it. As you see a familiar Winemarrow step into view. His sort of lizardy, lithe frame and now adorned with more armor than before. A spear to his side instead of his normal staff. He bows his head as he comes towards you all. I see you are all well. For the most part.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's Winemarrow. Hey, you thought we were gonna die. Remember? Look at us now, getting the full treatment, the full royal treatment.
My concerns, as he looks you and Narissa up and down, still stand.
This was just one person. It's not like everyone wants to kill us here.
Oh yeah, that was like special circumstances.
And if that one person can cause a wave, then what will you do when the sea rushes at you?
I suppose we'll split it, but we'll use our words to split it.
Speaking of words, I think we need to go speak with the speaker. Wasn't that the speaker?
Yeah, it is the speaker. But I before we go and speak with the speaker, are you planning on staying the night for the weird whatever ceremony that they invited us to?
Am I?
Well, all of us.
Oh. It's
Maybe
tonight.
return to your lodgings,
What?
where you are staying.
You want to go there with us?
And he sort of looks around with a hint of paranoia.
I'll give him a wink, because I can do that now. And I'll say, gotcha. And I'll start walking that way.
Where are we going?
back to our broom closet.
Okay. Can you turn the music down?
Yeah, I can. That's a thing I
Wait.
can do.
Why? Why are we going back to the room?
Winemarrow wants to speak with us,
Oh.
where there are no prying ears.
Oh.
All right.
I missed that interaction. Okay.
You guys are all just heading back.
Yeah.
As you head back, even you, Ersid, who it sounds like you're a little skeptical of why you're even going back to your little hut. Keeping an eye on Winemarrow, you lose him in the brush as he sort of forks away from you all.
Why?
I'll
Wait.
cast message to Winemarrow. Where the fuck are you going? That's not the way to the lodging.
I will get there upon my own means.
Don't want to be seen with us going in the house.
Sure.
Okay.
All right. Well, we'll just.
Well,
We're
Narissa,
just walking.
Go into
Back.
the room.
you look
just-
really tired, Narissa. You should probably lay down.
I'll take a nap. Why don't you come tuck me in?
I need you guys to roll a group deception check. Only one of you gets to roll it.
Oh, you do.
Again.
And I'm sorry. I'm not gonna. He's helping you, but y'all are both helping like some imbeciles.
The bit was worth it. That was funny.
No, that was funny. That was funny.
Fuck. 18.
Okay.
That's pretty good.
Pretty
no, it's
convincing.
good.
And as you guys are all kind of like yelling and walking back to the camp, you see Snapjaw, and behind him a menagerie of red wizards. They are all very robed up, taking care of like extra tassels, like what you would see on like a graduation robe. Some of them are holding effects of some sort of religion, rosaries that seem to be made out of small skulls, breaking into a strange symbol that seems to resemble a candelabra. One of those, who seems to be more adorned than the others, leads right behind Snapjaw. And again, Kane, you recognize them as Wealth, as they sort of stare at you as you guys all walk by. Snapjaw pushes Narissa and Ersid out of the way. Move.
Well, take it easy. We're all sharing the walk.
He keeps walking.
Fuck.
And between them, so you have Snapjaw, you have Wealth, and then there are 4 more red wizards, all carrying some sort of container covered in black cloth.
Same thing that they had before.
Mm-hmm.
Can I use my divine sense?
That susses out celestial fiends, aberrants, and fae.
Undead. Celestials, fiends. Let me look at it.
Thank you.
How big is the container?
This one is roughly 12 feet long, roughly 5 feet wide.
I can detect good and evil until the end of my next turn. I can sense anything affected by the hollow spell or know the location of any celestial fiend or undead within 60 feet.
Within 60 feet?
Yeah.
You're not picking up anything.
Okay.
Quite a big object. 60 square feet.
I'm gonna have Umbra tail them from the trees, and when we get inside the hut, I will warg into it.
Okay. Do you have any specific instructions aside from follow them?
No. I'll just try and be listening through his ears.
Will you roll stealth for Umbra, please?
Yes. Sorry, give me 1 sec.
You're fine. As you all trek back to the nearby hut, Ersid especially, you notice just a few animals in the area taking interest in you. Bog squirrels, strange birds that are flightless and round hop by, the occasional serpent or lizard skittering across the trail and stopping to take an eye at you all.
That's a 10.
A 10. Okay, understood.
I'm gonna try and have the little squirrel come to me. I want to pet it. I'm just gonna go.
Okay, will you roll animal handling? And Kane, Umbra is kind of searching through the trees, but they've decided to take a more direct route, staying right under the canopy, but not really like taking time in the branches as they feel like maybe their quarry is moving quickly.
Okay.
And what was your check, Ersid?
I rolled a 12.
12. You get up close to the squirrel and it stops. It freezes in what you think to be fear. But it's staying there. Are you just putting your hand out, trying to nuzzle it a little bit?
Yeah, I was just trying to tap it on the head.
Okay. It lets you and it kind of stops and then it perks up a little bit, lets you tap it again as it rubs its head against your finger and crawls up a nearby tree. Not getting too far away from you. It's still like on the side, sprawled out, looking at you guys.
Okay. It's always nice to have friends in high places.
Are they saying anything? These wizards and big lizard man?
The only thing you get that you hear from them is a small tidbit saying, "Interesting. I thought we were going to do this later. Well, no time to complain. This is what we were made for." As they step into Castle Neratar.
Weird. Okay, anyway.
I guess I don't know any of this stuff that's happening, so I guess I'm just still
Yeah, I just
walking
go inside the
the room.
room.
And the first thing you see inside the room is Winemarrow sitting on the bed. He looks at you all, waits for you all to shuffle in. As the Red Wizards head into Castle Neratar, Kane, what are you having Umbra do?
There's nowhere else for him to follow through. Like, are they in like an actual covered building part of it now?
Yeah, the same sort of like hall that Senkali revealed himself from is where they are stepping into now.
Maybe there's a window.
Probably not. It was like dark and went underground.
I'm gonna have him follow them until he is out of my range to be connected with him. I think is 150.
I don't think there's much of a range at this point. I think you guys are connected.
That I can still see through him though. I thought there was.
I think you are connected on the plane, if I'm not mistaken. But if you want to continue having him follow, roll stealth for me at disadvantage.
Oh.
Wait, you're saying that he can be connected with Umbra indefinitely?
I believe so, with his new abilities.
Wow. That almost makes up for the fact that you can't see shit.
Pretty cool, huh?
Uh,
7.
7. Okay. And like as you see Umbra start to fly into the hallway, Snapjaw appears from the darkness and sort of you see his teeth snapping, trying to scare Umbra away. After one bite, he says, "Leave, bird."
I'll have Umbra use mimicry and say, "Leave, bird."
He's gonna roll an attack roll.
Oh no.
You just got this bird, and now you're gonna get it killed.
That's fine.
15.
I'm pretty sure it hits. Let me go back to him.
No.
Oh, it does.
Does.
That's it.
Oof. It's rough.
It has 1 hit point, so.
What does?
The bird.
So as he clamps down, a poof of white feathers and in your eyes, Kane, blackness is on set as you are blinded, deafened, completely immune to any sense for a moment as you rush back into your body.
Well, they don't want anything seeing what's in there.
I'm sorry, do I not understand what mimicry means? What happened to your bird?
It made fun of Snapjaw and he got mad.
And he attacked it, and then...
Yeah, ravens can just copy what they hear.
Uh-huh.
So I had him copy him to shit on that Snapjaw.
But your bird only has... Umbra only has 1 hit point?
Yeah.
Such is the life of a familiar.
But then is it dead?
It's gone.
I can bring him back.
Okay, I don't understand. Continue.
Okay. Which will take some time, so you'll have to decide when you want to start doing that. So Winemarrow welcomes you all in to your own effects. Uwasa's kind of like staying next to the walls, a little weirded out that he got here first and was already inside, with no evidence of entry.
That's fair.
I gotta say, Winemarrow, I'm a little impressed. Not a lot. There are a few people out there that can get past me. And then I go like this.
And you like wave your hands and look a little spooked and like taking a stance. And Winemarrow just sort of tilts his head. Be not impressed, for they are much more equipped to the shadows than I. So, and he kind of looks out the windows. Tonight will be the night that I must save the bards.
Do you know what's happening tonight? They said it was a small spectacle. That really doesn't mean anything.
I am not aware. All I know is that they've been taking the slaves into Castle Neretar.
Who are these bards and why do you care so much?
Just those who sought our refuge. We delivered it to them. And in that same place of tranquility, they were manipulated and taken. So, they are my charges.
How does Senkalik feel about these bards?
I'm not entirely sure that Senkali cares about the bards one way or another.
So this is your own business.
Entirely. This is what I was born to do, and what I swore to do. I said I would protect these individuals, and so I will. In doing so, I have learned a great lot.
Okay.
So what is it that you brought us in here for? To tell us that you're gonna go take care of your little bird friends?
And he cocks his head the other way to ask you for help.
With your bird friends?
If you deny me, I understand. However, something about you, you're all more than just mercenaries. Tell me, why do you do it? For gold? Or for the good of everyone here who's caught in the middle of something bigger than them?
I've got a hard time staying still. That's one reason.
I do really like gold, but maybe a bit of both.
I could take it. I could leave it.
Winemarrow looks at you, Narissa.
She pulls her like brush out of her bag and starts combing through her hair to fix it.
I'm trying to figure out who I am and what these things mean to me. I don't wish to see anybody dead. What time would you be wanting to go out and do this?
Right now, it's roughly like 2-ish, 3-ish. So he'd give you a time saying like 6 to 7, trying to beat nightfall.
Because we have some things to do, I think we should figure out as much as we can before we leave this place. What are the Red Wizards doing? We still haven't talked to them. I want to talk to Senkali alone.
When and where and how long do you expect this little expedition to take, Mr. Marrow?
When we will leave, when the sky is gold from the dreamer's rays. How? Under the shadows cast. How long will it take? As fast as possible. Where? The outskirts. You remember the rest of the more broken up bits that we had to push through in our canoe. Those cages out there. As many of them, but specifically the bards, as we can.
Oh. So, the bards, they're in cages, and that's what you need help with.
Yes. Will you help? If not, then I understand.
What's in it for us if we help you?
Well, you will be in my debt, which means you're in debt to a great many of those who plan to uphold what is just in this world.
So you owe us a favor?
What would convince you?
Well, I don't know. How dangerous is this going to be?
How dangerous does it feel now in the belly of the beast?
Dangerous.
Don't expect that to change.
I'm just a little confused because you're saying that there's these bards and they're trapped in some cages, the ones that we saw on the way here, but are they not, is that not under the jurisdiction of Senkali?
I believe.
Is he involved in the bards being in these cages?
The Red Wizards were the ones who brought them here. As far as the cages themselves, I can only assume that they are of UNT construction, mainly to feed their men. Numbers dwindle every night. And I fear, as the nights go on, I will not be able to save them. I've only saved as many as I could, but I am only one.
Do you know what's happening tonight that the speaker and Senkali have invited us to?
I am not privy to such information. Snapjaw is the closest to this event, and even then, I would not expect Snapjaw to know much.
I can ask him. Like I said, I want to talk to him alone. Maybe he'll tell me. You
wanna talk
guys could
to
work
Snapjaw?
on not Snapjaw, Senkali.
Oh yeah, okay.
All right.
And you could figure out maybe.
A plan to save these bards.
Yes.
How many bards are there?
4.
How long does it take to get to that general area?
From here,
Uh-huh.
by canoe, we could easily get there in less than half an hour. If we want to take more private effects, then it takes as long as you can swim.
Oh, I'm not getting in that filth.
Yeah, well,
I'm a dirty man, but I'm not that dirty.
what? How often do you have contact with those lizard folk that are living on the water?
Often enough.
Do they see you as a threat or an enemy?
There are some. They all wear a band wrapped around their ripped robes. The band is green. Those lizard folk claim to simply worship Semuanya and their earthen oaths. Truth is, they see something more than the rest of the lizard folk, and they confide in me. Those I would consider allies.
Everybody else hostile?
Everyone else neutral until provoked, I hope.
Okay, so potentially we can go in there under the guise of not taking their bards away. And then one of us can sneak away. My friend is quite sneaky. He can unlock your bards, put them in the canoe. You and me can schmooze your friends and not friends. Bing bang boom, we free your bards, we get out of there, we sail away.
Are they all together in the same cage?
No, we would not allow such camaraderie to be found within the bars. So you find them spread out throughout the islands, mixed with others of their kind. We'll be freeing more than just 4 individuals today.
Okay. Do your bards have
This is getting more complicated.
some sort of defining characteristics about them? Colors?
They dress them all in the same white cloaks to keep them unified.
So you want us to help you go onto a lake-based prison
I'm gonna bust
and
Alcatraz.
break out the whole fucking lot of everyone locked up there to free 4 bards, and as a reward,
You owe
you'll
us a
owe us
favor.
a favor.
Again, what can I do to get you to help?
How many of there are you? Or how many of you are there? Like as a collective. If we're earning your favor and your, I don't know, camaraderie, how many can we expect to help us if something were to happen?
We are running the beginnings, the embers of a village known as Phoenix Rest. We hope that to be the...
What's her name? Told you about that.
Told me.
Yeah, what's her name? Tiana.
She did.
Yeah, that's where she said she wanted to go.
We hope for this to be the centerpiece of the new world that we hope to take all of our saved to.
Okay.
However, if you'd like to know who is in charge, there are 3 of us, including I. However, the village holds a small 100 at the moment and growing.
Where is the village?
You find it to the east, nearing the cold north.
So, how do you feel about slaughtering all of these lizard folk that are living out there?
By the cages?
Yeah.
How do you feel about being soaked in the poisonous liquid?
Huh?
Poisonous liquid.
There's a dragon here.
It would do nothing to me, so I think it might.
Sorry, did you say there's a dragon? Konoha, that's what you're talking about.
Well, isn't there also another one?
There are
There are
multiple
2
dragons.
green dragons out here.
Oh my fucking god. Okay. You
This just sounds
are a
worse and
terrible
worse.
salesman. You know that.
Yeah, you're really
You
not
are
helping
not
your
selling me on
case.
this at all. You just told me that there's potential to fight a dragon now, and still you are offering me a favor?
Well, and to be fair to him, he has said, what would it take? Like, I think that's a carte
Yeah, mate,
blanche,
I
as
don't-
they say. A white blank check.
Sure,
A blank check.
But he's got a rundown village with 100 people in it.
Well, I don't know. Never judge a person by their village, as the saying goes. He
I've
could be
never heard
really
that saying.
power-
I've never heard that saying.
The bards were living in your village,
Yes,
and they were kidnapped,
yes.
and it is your job to save them.
I have taken this upon myself.
But you can't do it alone.
I would rather not. I will do my best.
There is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. She counts them out. There's 5 of us. You, Ersid, and I'm guessing Uwasa are probably the sneakiest. That's 3 right there.
Okay, yeah,
If-
we would need to play to our strengths, so we do that.
If we divide and conquer a little bit, maybe Kane and I could distract.
I think that's entirely possible. The only problem that I see with this
Is the green fucking dragon.
are the dragons that are here and Senkali, and if he gives a shit or not. You know what I mean?
I
Then you want to piss off Senkali.
I don't think Senkali cares. I
Okay,
really don't
well,
think
that's
he's
gonna
here for that.
You know what? If that's a fact, and you find that out, I'll help you.
They keep the bards near Castle Neratar with many forces. I can assure you, I have practiced these locks and have been able to free some of these slaves. I have yet to see any repercussions of such.
Okay.
Only hungry soldiers.
On a scale of 1.
Scale.
Yeah. Bards.
Uwasa kind of chuckles. You see her shoulders shrugging.
On a scale of 1 to 10. 10 being extremely likely. 1 being not going to happen. What is the likelihood of a green dragon coming to fuck this whole shebang up?
I think that depends on how much violence you decide to imply.
So is this green dragon just fucking watching over them? It knows exactly when X amount of them has died, and it's just gonna come in and say, green death upon you?
You asked if we could kill all the lizard folk, all the UNT, all those watching them.
That is true.
I
think
just-
that
The
was-
more
I
lives
just
that we
asked.
take, the more likely that those here will retaliate. The less lives we take, the less likely it is they retaliate.
Well, that is my initial plan, is for no violence.
I agree. I
However,
only mentioned the dragon when you mentioned killing.
I just asked how you felt about it. However, how Are these lizard folk gonna respond when we're taking their slaves that they turn into fat lizard fucks to eat? We take their food away. How you think they're gonna respond?
Oh, you're using the L word pretty liberally there, friend.
What, lizard?
Yeah.
It is
You
what we
said
are.
it.
They are lizards.
Yeah, but you
Especially-
said it a kind of way.
Especially what they turn the people into. They're not even humanoid lizards.
That would be the Yuan T who do that.
Yeah.
Not
What?
the lizard.
You
folk.
know what?
I mean, just
Okay. Okay. So they just eat these people
Okay.
raw.
Look,
They don't turn them into lizards. They just
eat them raw.
Some have been known to be shipped, taken out of this camp, and possibly taken the Cholt.
Oh my.
Mr. Marrow, do you think you could maybe give us a moment to decide what our plan of action is going to be? Because there's other things that we also need to consider. We're very busy people, as you know. As much as I'd like to help you, but we, you know.
Why don't you meet us back here around 6 at the time of the mission? Should we choose to help you, we'll go over a plan and we will strike. If we do not, then you're free to piss off on your own.
Well,
How about this? Just to save time, if we decide not to, you come back to this room and you look at the door, and if it's got 2 scratch marks just above the door handle, that means we've declined. And if it didn't have 2 scratch marks above the door handle, then come on in and we'll talk about a plan. Alright?
I understand. I do hope to have your aid. However,
Oh.
this is, well, more than I can handle. And I would not be surprised if you all said this was more than we could handle. However, my just heart carries me here.
One more question for you. What terms are you on with Konoha?
Kanua. I mean, he leads most of the lizard folk. And he finds me appealing, amicable. However, Snapjaw holds rank over I.
Fuck Snapjaw. Konoha leads the lizard folk in the water.
Yes,
Well, fuck me. Okay,
he leads all of the lizard folk here.
great. Good.
Okay.
Could use that to your advantage, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? You're right. We could.
He does like us.
He
He
likes
does
us.
like us. He does like us.
It gives you all
Oh.
just a total side eye. Interesting.
What?
You having a prior relationship with Kanua
Yeah, you know,
simply could be a benefit.
It could.
we've been a lot of places. We know a lot of people. Winemarrow.
As do we.
Yeah. Sometimes you have to make friends with people that fucking suck. It's
Yeah, friends in low places.
You do not have to tell me. My family could be considered crawling from those low places. I happen to see the world differently is all.
I don't know if I would say that Kano is a bad person. I think he might be confused, but I also think that's why he might be one of our best bets in this scenario.
Right, yeah. I think he's deranged, but I do think that he could be of help. Potentially.
that's a good way to put it. Deranged.
Then, tread lightly, my friends, and may the Zephyr wind guide you.
Okay, and let it guide you too, alright, buddy?
It guides me through all that I do as he steps through the window.
He's just sliding out of the window.
That was very fun.
That was so seamless.
Yeah, that was really good. Okay, Narissa. You said you wanted to go and speak with the speaker alone?
Not the speaker. Senkali.
Sankali. What if he's with the speaker?
I will ask if he wants to speak alone.
Well, we also need to speak to the speaker as well,
mean-
because we need to tell them that we're not gonna do their thing.
Of course.
Right. Are we going to stay for this little event?
Well, that's part of the problem, because that was supposed to be tonight, but now we have Mr. Winemarrow asking for our help, which...
He is trying to get it done before the ceremony.
Yeah.
Oh. What time is the ceremony?
If your mission is at 6, the ceremony's at 8.
He wants
Plenty
that
of
to be
fucking
done in
time.
2 hours? Okay, I guess.
Plenty of time.
It's
Plenty
like,
of
yo,
time.
that's easy. There are two kinds of people.
2 hours, buttloads of time.
2 hours off. Fuck, I'm gonna be late.
All right.
Okay, alright. So, what do you want to do, Narissa? Well, firstly, what do we want to do about Winemarrow? Do we want to do it or not? Or should we go have our little conversations first? And if any new information comes up, then we can decide.
That.
Yeah, okay.
Narissa, what do you want to speak with Sankali about on your own? Are you willing to tell us?
It's mostly just I have this sense where I can tell if something is fiendish or celestial.
Yeah?
I want to use it on him, but I don't want to use it when anyone else is around, just in case.
Okay.
Maybe if I push the information that Isahu gave me, he will be more honest.
Okay.
And besides, he seems like the only Yuan-Ti other than myself who has any range of emotion.
That is true.
Yeah. Alright.
I mean, worst thing that happens is he smites me and I die immediately, and like, really, what can be done about that? He could have done that at any point.
Fuck. Yeah, I mean, I would rather you didn't get smited.
I'm not going to try.
Okay. Well. You gonna go and do
Maybe-
that now?
What if your little bird friend tacks along and just to keep an eye out?
Well, it's gonna take me an hour to bring Umbra back.
I think it's only 10 minutes.
Really? The spell said an hour.
Does it?
Yeah.
It's an hour-long ritual.
Casting time, 1 hour.
You got an hour,
Fine
my guy.
familiar.
I
I
mean,
mean, we have multiple hours.
That's true. Oh yeah, you guys have a point. I mean, just an hour to cast.
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, we can talk to the speaker first, and then you can leave and all.
I don't want to talk to the speaker. I don't want to tell the speaker that we don't want to be part of his coup unless unless we decide that we're leaving without staying for this ritual.
Then we can tell him at the end, or them at the end of the night.
Right.
Was
After
that was our deadline? To tell him if we're gonna do it or not. Didn't he give us a timeline to tell him by?
Not so much. I mean, he was like, maybe stay for this small spectacle of Tuhano and see if you change your mind. But if not, we understand.
So we can watch the spectacle and then tell him.
He has specifically invited you to see where that sways your allegiance.
Do you not want to stay for this thing? Is that what
No.
I'm hearing from you?
No, I do.
Oh, you do want to stay?
I want to stay and see it, but I don't want to tell him, nah, we're not really gonna help you. And then he'll be like, well, then fuck you. Don't watch my ritual. Then go,
That's
get out of my house.
fair.
That would be so terrible.
Yeah. So
All right.
you
Okay.
go speak with Sankali. Airsaid and I will go and find Konoha and speak of him. see if he
Oh, that's a
can
good idea.
aid us
Uh-huh.
in freeing these fucking bards. I'll bring my Raven back. We'll all reconvene. Bing bang boom. We'll fucking get this shit done tonight.
Zim-zalabim. All right.
We're gonna have all this shit wrapped up in a few hours.
Kane puts his hand in the middle.
Uwasa is quick to react. She's hyped
Okay.
up.
Put the hand in.
Everyone puts their hands in. What do you say?
We still don't have a team name. Break.
No team.
Yeah, no team, go team.
No team,
No
go
team,
team.
go team. And Uwasa kind of jumps on the bed, and then you see her just kind of like shrug as she takes her hand and points at this room, and then takes her other hand and points at you guys, and shrugs again.
I don't know what you're saying, Uwasa.
roll inside.
The roommates.
Roommates.
Oh, fuck. I'm pretty sure my insight is really bad.
I mean, I'll roll an insight.
Sure.
Yikes. 10.
Also 10.
Also 10. You guys are getting like the gist of it. She's like, what am I doing?
Oh, right. Well, you could come with Essa tonight, if you like, or you can have a little nap.
She looks around and she kind of feels the bed, squishes it a little bit, lays down, and then she jumps up with a start, her eyes wide, and slots herself between you and Airsid.
No rest for the wicked.
That's right.
Great.
All right, so break. You guys roll me. Someone roll me a d20.
18.
Okay, we are starting with Kanawa team.
All right. Well, I suppose first place I'll look is the hall.
Okay. You head to the hall and you're kind of like walking in. How are you guys approaching? What is your move here?
Yeah, what is our move here? I mean,
That's a good idea. I
I
suppose
guess
we should talk it out first.
So we want him to let the bards go.
Right.
What if we just go up to him and be like, hey, I understand that there's been some kind of misunderstanding and there's 4 bards that are our friends and we want them to be released. Can you make that happen, big guy?
Yeah, so that's kind of what I'm thinking as well. However, I think we should butter him up. I think he's a very vain individual. So, we hit him with we hear that you have this great station.
You run this shit.
Yeah, you're the fucking green dragon. You fly around every which way and come and go as you please, and we hear that all these people really look up to you because you are Konua. We butter him up that way.
Yeah.
Ease into the bard thing, and then try and see if he'll let him go. And if he doesn't, then this is a big mistake because he's going to be the first person we're going to be the first person he thinks of
If
when he
they
hears that the bards are freed and maybe potentially some lizard people got caught in the crossfire and they died.
Is that the worst thing in the world if Konoha hates us? I mean, other than the fact that we have a target on our back from a dragon, I don't care about Konoha.
Yeah, right. The dragon part is the part that I don't like. I could care less about how Konoha feels about me.
Alright.
But I'd rather stay on his dragony good side rather than his Konoha-y good side. You know what I mean?
Sure. Okay, well, that's a fair point. What are we gonna do if he says no? Maybe we maybe we just go back and tell Winemarrow that we're not doing it. Konawa's not cool with it. I do want to help the guy out, you know. I feel bad.
I mean,
Okay.
I want to help him too. I think he's a potentially good ally, and I have a soft spot for bards, so I do want them freed. But you know, the pros are not outweighing the cons on my scale.
Uh-huh. Well, why don't we just have a go at it?
Yeah, we'll give it a shot.
Maybe he'll look the other way.
What?
Yeah.
Let's not say that, because we don't know what the bards' names are.
Right.
It would have been nice to know, I suppose.
Well, potentially Konoha can even, if we get him to sign on, he can potentially even come with us and tell the lizard folk to let the bards go.
No, I know, but like what I'm saying is like, let's not go and like let's not say it's just a lie that what I'm coming up with. Like, let's not say that these bards are our personal friends.
Oh, yeah,
because
yeah.
we didn't know what they look like or their names.
Yeah.
So we should make sure to say that they're like a friend of a friend or something.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
We've come across some information that there are some bards there, and we would
Uh-huh.
like them freed.
Right. It would help a friend of ours or something.
Yeah. We came across a contract, if you will.
Oh, yeah, that's great. I feel like that's good.
Are you guys having this conversation on the way to the hall?
No, in the house still.
Okay, cool.
Yes. Yeah. Okay, I like that. Should we do it?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's go find him.
So you guys are just gonna jump into the hall?
Yeah.
Okay, all three of you?
If she's coming.
Yeah.
Who else is coming?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Okay, as you guys kind of go through the Moor, back this same well-trodden path between your group, Ersid, just as always, you notice there's a lot of animals out and about now. They all seem to be like excited or just kind of energized at the moment as you start to get deeper into the afternoon. You reach the hall and there's no one around. There's a strange stillness progressing out and an almost foreboding energy exiting the entrance. As you look on into the darkness where you can see deep inside, it looks like there are some lanterns lit.
Well, should we go down there?
I guess.
Oh, Konoha.
You start yelling like into the entrance, or like, are you actually, did you go in?
I'm just yelling into the hole.
And you're like trying to get his attention? I mean, I'd say roll persuasion.
Fucking be good this time. That's what I'm talking about. 28.
Okay. And as you yell, you can hear like your voice coming back multiple times as it echoes throughout the entrance. And you just hear, "Who calls for me?" Echoing as it does, just like your voice.
Kane. The black.
Gang, well, stop yelling. Come in here. Here.
Stop yelling.
I was having a good time, and then I'm just speaking like next to Kane. I was having a good time, and then I heard his voice, and then I got a migraine again. So
Damn.
okay.
Well, control your migraine and,
Okay.
and
Control your mic.
have as much patience here as you can muster.
Okay.
All right, here we go.
You guys are going in. Okay. And as you step in and get deeper, once you get close to that hole, you see this intense purple light breathing like a lively flame is ought to do as it starts to kind of illuminate that area in this purple hue. As you begin to step down, you hear like voices and like rummaging and such, and as you get to the bottom of this hollowed out cavern, back to that sort of ritual space with the tree stump and everything. First thing you see at the entrance is Snapjaw's large frame.
Oh, fuck.
And he sort of growls, and Kanawa kind of like pushes him to the side. Snapjaw, get out of here. These are friends. This is Kane. Kane, I know you heard of him. Kane the Black. And Acid. And who's this little one?
Oh,
I don't believe we've been introduced. And he kind of like hunkers down. My name is Kanawa, and I am ascended. If you want to be ascended too, well then, little girl, you came to the right place. What's your name? And she's just kind of looking at you guys and looking at him. And Kanawa stands up. Shy one, isn't she?
yeah, she is. Her name's Uwasa.
Well, nice to meet you, Wassel.
Yeah, and I like kind of look over at Uwasa, and I'm like, yeah, this Kane here, or sorry, I don't say that. I say Kanoa here. He's he knows all things dragons. I mean, this guy. If you want to talk about dragons,
Do you like dragons,
Just-
little girl? I love dragons. Funny enough, do you want to hear a secret? And she reluctantly like nods her head. And Kanawa kind of comes in and he whispers, but like stage whisper, like loudly enough.
she reluctantly, then I like kind of like shove my my elbow into her.
and she quickly changes her, decides to shake her head instead of nod. Tom was like, all right,
No.
it's a good one. It's a juicy one. I know you kids like secrets. Hell, I like secrets.
Well, why don't you tell her?
He says, I'm a dragon. And
I'll cast minor illusion and make some like green flames come up behind him.
and Uwasa kind of like steps back, and like you can see that she doesn't know how to handle this information. She looks back at you, Ersid, with a face that just screams like, is he serious? Is this real?
Is this allowed?
Is this allowed? Well, is it? I don't know.
And then I nod, yes. Reluctant nod,
And she
covered
kinda,
by a thin veil of enthusiasm.
and she kind of clutches on your furs. And at this point in the conversation, you finally are kind of aware of the space that you're in. And you see the red wizards are all sort of like walking up these branches that surround this cavern, leading up and lighting all kinds of lanterns. There's some kind of strange box, it looks like, centered on top of the stump with two very, very large torches that have the purple flames trailing all the way down, illuminating it, making it look almost like a portal of such. And you all see not the speaker or Senkali, simply that same woman in the black robes who exited the room when you guys went to speak to the speaker before. She's sort of speaking to the red wizard, specifically to wealth. Do any of you speak Undercommon?
Yeah.
You do?
Let me double check.
Please.
Yeah. Yes, I do.
Okay.
I have to double check as well.
I was going to say before I reveal anything. I mean, either way, you can tell me if you understand this or not. But Ersid, especially with your perception, you get a lot of just kind of tidbits of information, things saying like, we need to make sure this goes well, this goes smoothly. We are here acting as an example. This will prove our worth to the messengers.
And this is the woman in the black robe talking to the red wizards?
Yes. Specifically Wealth, the one that you have spoken to personally. Way back when in Burnwell.
Okay. Okay. Well, I hear them.
Okay. And Connell says, so, you need me. For what? You trying to find out how to be as cool as I am? I'm sorry, Kane. I do like your style, but you might be Kane the Black, but you didn't get a mask.
And boy, do I wish that I did, Kanoa, but unfortunately, I'm not here to take any coolness lessons from you today.
Not the coolness lesson.
Maybe another time if you'll have me. Today, you know, I've heard tale that you kind of run this place here and there, being the great green dragon that you are.
Run this place, and I direct this to Kane. Run this place. I mean, this guy's practically the big head honcho, you know? This is Konoha we're talking about.
I mean, I remember what he turned into. Being of raw, utter power.
I mean, that if that wasn't the most badass moment I've ever seen in my life, I don't even know what is.
I mean,
What kind of roll is this?
Whose role? I have
You
no
guys,
idea.
you can roll performance with advantage.
You want both of us?
Either you can
Or-
give advantage to Kane because you've been hyping him up, or you guys can both roll.
I'm gonna give just advantage to Kane.
okay, here we go. $24.
24. Well, you guys are simply too kind. This is why I missed you all. And like he takes his large arms and brings you all into a bear hug, and then he lets go. And he kind of scratches behind his head. Can't really say that here, mate.
Well, right,
I mean,
sorry.
I may feel amazing, and rightly so compared to, well, most anybody else. I am amazing,
Of course.
but I'm simply follow the speaker.
I'm picking
Into
up
it.
what you're laying down.
No,
Well,
that's
I'm not
I mean,
exactly
and that's
picking
very
up what
modest
you're
of
laying
you.
down. You guys come in here and start talking about me to me. Why?
Well, we just got so wrapped up in your awesomeness, as you said before. But really, what we came down here was because we had
Well,
picked
actually,
up. What?
do you maybe we could?
Are you able to step away for a moment?
Just for a quick, a little walk, a brisk walk.
And at that same moment, you see Konoha open his mouth, and between Konoha and Snapjaw and all of you, the woman in black is standing there, her sort of pasty white skin shining through her black cloth. And what would you need, Konoha, to step away for?
Well, as we are mercenaries and we have some personal business, we like to keep, worker requester confidentiality.
Really? Is that so?
That's right.
Konoha, who are these people? Well, these are my friends. They,
Tell her we're mercenaries.
I mean, she knows. I mean, no other reason you would be here. Anyway, we met them in the Red Gorge. We went through the Redwood Valley. They were there when I turned into. They're mates. They're mates.
Right, mates.
And she kind of looks you all up and down and looks at Kanua. Well, if you could tell your mates to keep quiet while we prepare for tonight, that would be appreciated. Take
Terribly
him.
sorry.
Kanua, you may leave. You ain't gotta tell me. I can do what I want. And he starts walking out and kind of like pushes you. Come on, mates. We can leave Cole here to all her business.
Cole.
Cole.
Cole, well, her full name's Cole the Rock, but I call her Cole. And I wish that he wouldn't. As she steps away.
Cholera.
Cole-la-rot.
Cholera.
Mm-hmm. Do you need a spelling?
No, I got it.
Okay.
Well,
if you're taking notes, I'll give it to you.
I'll just give her a little bow.
Okay.
Please excuse us, Cholera.
She doesn't respond. She walks away.
Yeah, okay, good. All right, Connor, I'll give him a punch on the arm. And come, walk with us, please.
I'm walking here. Come on, tell me what's going on. As you guys start to finally exit the hall, you find yourself at that familiar stone cafeteria sort of entrance hall. As you step further and further into the trees, going on just a nice, almost nice walk.
So, as I was saying before, we came across a contract in our travels on the way here, and one thing just, happened to lead to another, and we hear that you kind of
Might be able to
help us.
help us out. Help a few mates out.
Well, I mean, you're all my friends. I'd love to help you out. How can I?
Perfect. The lizard folk that live over in the water,
Sure. What about them?
they listen to you, yeah?
I mean, I am the one charged to take care of the lizard folk subsects. They take care of the kobolds, the UNT under Sinkali.
Good. Yeah.
Naturally.
So this contract that we have potentially taken is for there's some individuals that are being held there.
There's plenty of individuals. I mean,
Yeah,
they gotta eat.
they're bards like me though, and we would like them to be freed.
It would really help us out with this contract that we've got, and if we complete the contract, maybe we could. It's not a big contract, but we might be able to. If you help us out, we could give you a little bit, little something. I didn't know if you even really. Do you care for gold at all now that you're a dragon?
I mean, we need gold. Simple as that. Yeah, all the more gold, the better. So,
Right.
However, I mean, just letting go of, seems kind of like a waste.
Well, it's
they went through so much trouble.
sure,
Also,
but
you said bards?
yeah, bards like me.
And he kind of like ruffles his brow and he puts his hand on his chin, kind of tapping against his face. Bards, those are those? I'm not sure. I remember there's something about bards here, but not entirely. It's not coming to mind now.
Yeah, maybe you're remembering me being a bard, and then I came here. That must be what you are remembering.
If it is, that's a sour note, mate. That is a shame. That's all I'm remembering right now.
Yeah.
I do know that the bards there's something special. We got them for a reason.
It must be to let them go, because your mate Kane was coming to collect them. You collected them.
Collected them so that we could get them from you.
That's right.
I
Yeah.
did not connect.
What?
Why are you? What is this?
Connor, it's
What-
mates
was what?
asking for a favor.
Yeah, but generally
so
when
we're
you
just
ask for a
always
favor,
being
you
boys.
don't try to tell other people what they've done and
Well, you said you couldn't remember, so I was just trying to help you out.
No, I
we
remember
just-
something about the bards. It's not that I didn't even grab the bards. They came here with the red wizards like most of them do.
Oh, that's right. And I like kind of look over at Kane. Shoot him a look.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Okay. So.
So you
So,
don't think you can do
what's-
it then, huh?
I just don't understand why. You just want me to let go? I mean, like,
Connor,
Well,
if you can't do it, I get it.
what are you trying to say, mate?
I'm just saying, a green dragon. I would assume he could do whatever he wants, but if he can't do it,
you'll have to forgive us. We were under the impression that you were at a higher level of power and you could make more decisions. So it's okay. It's no hard feelings. You're still our mate.
yeah, absolutely. But I mean,
Yeah.
for a green dragon to take the orders of some red cloaked wearing spellcasters, like,
Look now, let's get this straight here. I don't take the orders of no one but the speaker
okay,
and those above me.
did the speaker bring the bards over, or did the red wizards bring the bards?
The speaker allowed the red wizards to bring the bards.
Allowed.
So I assume that they're here for a reason.
Like I said, Connor, if you can't do it, I get it, mate. I just,
Roll. I don't know if this would be intimidation or persuasion.
In my unbiased opinion, I don't think it would be intimidation.
I don't know. You're trying to shit on him. I think
I-
that's a
I
form of
guess.
intimidation. However,
I also think that it's a form of persuasion.
that's why I'm saying I'm not sure.
Intimisuasion.
Yeah, Tim. First off, let's let this decide it. You've been talking a lot of shit, so I want a deception roll first and foremost.
Okay.
Yeah, but we've been talking a lot of nice things to him too.
No, for sure. This is just setting the stage here for this question.
17.
17.
Okay.
Gonna need you to roll intimidation.
Fuck. I have to find it.
And Connor was like, "Look here, mate. Something here doesn't quite add up."
Do I have advantage on this since Ised was helping me?
I was. I was saying some pretty funny things too.
You were.
Sure.
Please.
Yay!
My intimidation is not that good.
What is it? What's the plus what?
+5. But that's 18 plus 5. So 23.
Looky here, mate. I don't know what you're getting at, but I do know what you're trying to say. And even dragons have leaders. Now, I feel blessed to have the leader that I have. However, one thing he blessed all of us with, and one thing that we're all working towards, is freedom. So, if this is to be in the name of Tuhanul, then so be it. However, I will need to see you all again. I want to know that that's why we're doing this.
Freeing the bards in the name of Tuhanu?
Well, if freedom is our goal, it's frankly as much sometimes not entirely sure about our tactics, but we understand that they need to eat There's not much more they can eat.
Well, perhaps you can find 4 other unfortunate souls in place of said bards. Snapjaw's a big fellow.
They're not gonna eat Snapjaw. He's lizard like them.
Oh, right. Yeah, sorry.
What? And Snapjaw's my number one. He's in control.
I could be your number 1, Konoha.
You're gonna yeah, I would really appreciate that actually. I think you're more of a conversationalist than Snapjaw is. He usually says, eat.
Yes.
Ah.
Right, absolutely. Maybe another time I could be your number 1, actually,
Well,
unfortunately.
then why would you offer? What do you
I
get-
don't know.
what?
Sometimes I just say things I
I
don't
can
mean
tell.
to say.
That's,
He gets a little excited.
I do.
well, I
was
do
just
too,
saying.
but that's a little much, mate.
I was just saying. We're friends. I could be a great number 1.
Also, I'm saying that, yeah, of course we're gonna see you again. I didn't.
Yeah, we want you to come with us to free the bards. But you think these lizard folk who've never seen us before are just going to take our word for it that you said?
I mean, if you really need to be involved, I can just tell him to let him go.
Oh,
Oh, okay. Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, are you taking him with you? Because if so, then I may need to introduce him and kind of give you guys some kind of ranking. The lizard folk are very stern. It's kind of like an instinctual thing. They're not going to just let you make off with their food.
Right. Yeah, see, that's why I wanted you there.
Well, if you're taking them with you, I guess.
Or maybe just like you could give us a written statement that we could give.
In what language? You ever seen the lizard folk write? Read?
Yeah, you're right. Let us look over the contract one more time, and then I'd say meet us around 6.
Hey, you little lean to whatever he's out there.
Sorry?
What?
That where you staying?
Yeah.
He
Yep.
was-
Yeah,
That's what you want
just
me-
over.
Yeah, meet us around our broom closet.
Yeah, he's dogging on our sweet,
You know,
on our digs.
when
dude.
the sky's gold, and we'll tell you if either you could just go get them or we will go get them with you.
Roll persuasion, because this is definitely easy. This is weird that you don't know what you're doing.
Well, I just can't remember. I just can't remember.
That's weird.
I remember what.
Sorry, I don't know what I'm
I
doing
can't
ever.
remember what
Okay.
the contract said to do with the bards after they were free.
He said
Oh, they were gonna go.
that he was gonna take him back with him, so I think that
Yeah,
would be
yeah,
us.
Yeah.
I think he
Right.
would have to go with, because even if we just like walk away with Winemarrow with him, like that's enough.
Yeah, but I don't want Konoha there when Winemarrow
Right.
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
leaves with them.
We don't want Konoha to know that Winemarrow is involved.
Right.
Correct.
Right.
Correct.
Because I don't want to fuck Winemarrow over.
Right.
So roll persuasion.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just wanted to reconvene with Winemarrow to see if he wants to wait somewhere else after Konoha gets him out of there.
I think that's fine.
Yeah,
But
okay.
still for Kanua.
Rolling persuasion.
Sure. Roll persuasion. Also, actually, never mind. Keep going. It doesn't matter.
Okay, here we go.
Never mind.
That's a natural 1.
No,
You're not-
damn it.
Oh my.
You gonna leave it that way?
What does it add up to?
Oh, luck that shit.
You gonna leave it that way?
I'll use luck.
Luck that shit.
Fuck.
Two ones?
No. That's 13.
13 total?
Yeah.
And like Kanua kind of bends down and gets real close to you, face to face, and like it's a little intimidating because he has such a large body. I mean, his head's easily worth like 1.5, maybe 2 of yours alone, let alone the horns coming out of him. All right, I'll meet you, but please know what you're doing, because if I have to get caught up in this, then I mean, I need to know as well. Matter of fact,
No.
I'm gonna.
No.
No, what? You don't want me to help you now?
Oh no. I'm saying what? Sorry, I was going to continue saying like we'll have it all sorted out by the time you get there.
Yeah, absolutely. Excuse me,
Yeah.
I didn't really read over the contract very well, but it will be well established when you're there, Kanawa. I'm sorry.
Also, could you meet us actually at 6:15?
Well, sure, mate. I'll take my time strolling on over.
Okay.
I mean, I gotta talk to the speaker anyway. We gotta let everyone know what's going on. So, I mean, I'll probably be dealt with in some way, a little indisposed until I can make my way to you. I still gotta find him. I don't know where he is.
Yeah. You know, do your thing.
So is that? Then he kind of like looks around. Is that everything?
Yeah. Listen, Konoha. I mean, this is a huge favor. Thanks so much. Like, we really appreciate it. Like, honestly.
I'll put my arm out for the.
And he kind of looks at you both a little funny, and then he smiles with his sharp, jagged teeth and grasps you by the forearm, squeezing pretty hard as he is wont to do. Sounds good, mates. Well, if that's all, they probably need me back, whatever they're doing with that ritual tree.
Please. Don't let us hold you up.
And then he kind of just waves, and you can hear him grumbling to himself. They never tell me what they're. No one tells me what they're doing.
No, Konoha's never. He does never know what's going on. Poor guy.
And from the south, you hear, carried on the wind, the sound of a flute, the rhythm of drums as a somber melody plays throughout the moor. And we're going to take a break. See you guys in just a second.
Well, that went really well.
That was a really great scene that the three of us had.
Yeah, you like that shit? And what is up, guys? Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for waiting. Hopefully all you guys still in chat saw a couple of links we posted. Check out those Kickstarters. Check out those awesome groups. Just we got a lot of stuff for you. Keep an eye on the Dice Legion stuff. We might have some cool competitions coming up here soon. So just be in tune. Stay in touch with our Instagram, and we'll keep you posted on some of the moves we're going to be making this holiday season. Anyway, I think to respect your time and the time of us here, why don't we get back into it? Narissa, you're off to find Senkali.
As I said I would.
We'll assume that this happens simultaneously as you enter the entrance hall, well before your compatriots, as they kind of discern their plan of attack and how they're going to use Kanawa.
Right.
And you make it to that entrance hall, very empty. You just step in.
Yeah, I'm just gonna look for whoever is like near, so I can ask where Senkali is.
You see one of the red wizards kind of making their way out, bald as usual in their red cloaks. This one has a couple of tattoos on their head. Nothing like Arid tattoos, more tribal almost.
Do you know where I can find Senkali?
Senkali. He is in the depths. Would you like me to escort you to him?
Sure.
Knock yourself out.
And he takes you down that same cavern, and you're seeing like all the purple torches and such. You go in and they've set up that same strange portal like area, and the speaker and Senkali are speaking while you see the black robed woman sort of like meditating at the bottom of this giant clothed cloaked rectangle.
Not the cloaked rectangle.
And they both sort of sense your presence as like you walk in, and the red wizard who escorted you. This one asks for Senkali. And Senkali, who is of course riding on his giant black snake, who is coiling around the tree trunk a couple of times. The snake sort of sticks its tongue out. You kind of hear sort of a low rumble come from it as it kind of glides toward you, Senkali, upon its head as it lingers down. So, call for me.
I wasn't nervous. I am a little bit now. It's fine.
I wish to speak with you alone, if that's okay.
Yuan-ti to Yuan-ti, it seems.
Something like that, yes.
Very rare that I present myself solely to my people. However, you are an interesting suspect. So, and he looks over, the snake turns its head so his whole body is facing the speaker. And the speaker nods and kind of like raises his hand, kind of giving him some leeway. Come. This is Ahusaya. Yeah. Then Glaktai, as it lowers its head, and he puts his hand out.
Okay. Get on the big snake.
And he pulls you up as you sit behind him. As you guys tunnel deeper into a cavern sort of behind this ritual chamber.
This is fine.
And as you like sort of exit through this open cavern, you start to see that things start to open up. The ceilings are higher. You see stalactites like 50 feet high. And as you look down, you are sort of like, it's reminiscent to the caverns in Orin, where there's just levels that go down. Roll perception for me.
Yep, really good at that.
Are you good at anything other than smashing shit?
No.
Damn.
14.
14. Okay. You think for a second that you may have seen the tail of a dragon.
Oh Like,
sloughing through the water. You didn't
That's so
have
cool.
a second to really decide, is this one green? Is this one black? I don't know. It just went by so fast, but you do see a shape kind of swim through the waters beneath you.
Sick.
Oh,
sick.
God.
Cool.
You're in a really great place right now, Narissa.
So, Narissa, what is it that I can grace you with my presence for?
Isahu. He was my back in Jolt.
Indeed he was.
I don't know how much he told you about me, but either way.
He said that he thinks you're Mershalk. Just to cut to the point and be honest here.
Thanks. That's
Or
a strange choice of words.
Considers, you might say.
Considers. Even stranger. As he sort of is silent, as you feel Ahusaya sort of kind of slowing to a stop, and you find this cavern that has all kinds of pox marks and holes shooting from the ceiling, letting rays of light in that reflect off of a sort of almost glittery moss set on stones. A large stone centered in this room that Ahusaya curls around. They tilt their head, and Senkali sort of motions for you to step off.
Get off the snake.
And Ahusaya's head raises Senkali upon it, and you hear his voice everywhere, in your head, in the cavern, just emanating from every possible opening that it can. I am Senkali. Mashok. And he sort of bows. Reborn.
Cool. So that's a yes.
Is that what you...
Visibly shaken.
So if this is true,
I spent my whole life fighting to try and wake you up from the ice prison in the abyss. And that worked. Well, not me, specifically, but the whole of it.
Isahu told you much. Freed from the ice prison in the abyss. Hardly so. You see me here now, walking amongst you, a mortal, or so it feels, as he sort of raises his arm, twisting it, looking at his hand and at his body as if it's something foreign. No, this is but a means to an end. The strength that your tribe garnered for me. Was it enough? Does it look like enough to you?
That's not my religion anymore,
Strange.
so it's hard to say. If you wish to not look like that anymore, then I guess not. So this isn't really you. This is an aspect of you.
I am born anew. I grow sick and tired of waiting and waiting and waiting. There is only so much patience an immortal such as myself can muster before I must take things into my own hands. And so, with the power blessed upon me by your tribe, cracks were opened. And this, what you see here, is all that could escape. More than enough to deal with this multiplane. Is that all you came in here to ask?
no,
So,
I mean,
speak, Narissa of tribe Mershalk. Narissa, whose soul is supposed to sit at the bottom of the ocean, nurturing me.
That's what I thought. Sometimes you don't get to pick. I thought I would be dead too. I thought that I lost.
So, as Ahusiah begins to unfurl from the rock and Senkali and his large snake begin to circle around the room, circling behind you multiple times, you did lose. A feeling I am unfortunately feeling as well. Sometimes you do not choose. So you and I are similar in such a way.
Do you feel too? You said that I feel. That's not the statement that you want to say.
Well, I am not merely Yuan-Ti. I am much more. They say to become perfect is to embody the serpent. But in my slumber, I have learned much. And with that knowledge, I would like to do much more than simply not feel, to simply become a snake. No. I am a king. To you all. A good ruler understands and cares for their people. So, that is what I intend to do with my newfound existence.
Then why am I different? Why did I hesitate? Why was there always something that felt off? And when I woke up, apparently 3 years later, after I thought that I was dead, it was so much more. No one has been able to tell me, and all I get are dreams that honestly don't make much sense.
Well, consider it a symptom of your loss of faith. If you and your heart would have stayed true to Meshach, to myself, then answers here I would have for you. But you, as the snake's head ventures closer near you, Senkali's face mere inches away from yours. And if you thought Kanawa had a big head, this guy's 9 foot tall. He's like, if you just like took a picture and blew it up of a human, that's what happened to this guy. He's huge. And you stepped away. So, I cannot have answers for your questions. Whatever brought you back has nothing to do with me.
Sorry to disappoint.
You are dead already. Not much more to disappoint me with. The fact that you are here, standing before me now, a surprise and an opportunity. So, as he raises himself under the light of the stalactites of the cave, glistening like as if he was made out of crystal. Will you stay dead, Narissa? Or will you find new life with me? Like the rest of the Yuan-Ti have? Like your Ahas has? Do you see the truth?
She gestures for him to come back down.
Oh, persuasion.
Oh no. I'm not good at anything except hitting. 2.
You would like to see me, who loathes their current form, come even lower.
How far up is he?
Gosh, at least 30 feet high.
Okay, I can still. I just want to look you in the eye when I tell you what I think.
Well, you can see. I see into your eyes. I see into your soul. So look into mine and speak.
I'm going to use my divine sense on him.
Okay. It tells you if he's celestial or not.
Or a fiend. Or undead.
Okay. I want you to roll flat charisma, because I'm pretty positive divine sense is trash and doesn't differentiate.
No, it does.
I'll give you the chance to do so.
It does differentiate.
Let's see.
I'm pretty sure. Because it's the detect good and evil spell,
It's not, though, is it?
basically.
Okay, it does.
Okay.
Specifically says then you know the type, so no.
Oh, good.
What are you expecting?
I don't know if I'm expecting anything. I think it's between celestial or fiend.
You feel something strange. It's usually pretty obvious. However, Senkali, if they are to be the clone or offspring aspect, however you decide to understand them, of Menershalk, you would assume they would carry traces of the abyss, which are quite obvious, but laced between those dark threads are strings of light, as this creature in front of you seems to convey both celestial and fiendish qualities.
All right. She'll look at him then.
Don't take this the wrong way. You seem fine. Maybe even impressive. But I didn't come here looking for a new faith. I appreciate what Isahu and my tribe have done for me. I would not have the strength that I have now without it. But I have never found any love there, which unfortunately is something that I feel I need. And that's all there is to it. I'm not here to join the Yuan Ti.
And he puts his hand up to his face, his fingers crinkling around his ear as he smiles and lowers himself upon the head of Ahusaya. This is a return to form, not a new faith. And I intend to spread the love that you so deserve. For it is one thing that our people have missed, and it is why we failed. So, I ask you not to see emotion or emotionless, to see love or fear, to see hate and anguish, to see these humanoids as food, tools. Simply see the world for what it truly is, an opportunity.
To do what?
You ask for love. You do not love your people enough to see them back in their rightful place?
What does that even mean? Rightful. Who deserves to be on top? No one. Anyone is just as good as the next.
And here I thought I had fell from grace. It seems there are some who drift further from the light. So, it seems our conversation is finished. I will do you the generosity of bringing you back to the cavern.
Okay. Very well.
And he allows you to climb up on top of Ahusaya's head with no actual help or aid as he silently coasts you through the rest of these caverns. And as you look down into the caverns themselves, you see staring at you from underneath the placid waters, two large golden eyes reflecting from the light, the shape of a head and fins stretching out in the darkness as they eye you deep back into the cavern.
Jesus. Ugh. All right.
What's the move? You headed back?
Yeah, I go back. I'm on the dumb snake bus.
You get back to the
Oh,
cavern.
okay. I give him a very, like, stiff, weird bow with, like, one hand up.
Thanks for your time. I hope it wasn't too much for you.
Well, dead or alive, you are Yuanti. And I would like to connect with all of my followers. But it seems you would not like to connect with me. So, thank you for this opportunity. As they smile and slither back somewhere foreign to you. And the speaker
Stomp back.
looks at you. You're stomping. Did that not go well?
It's just frustrating.
Will you allow me to accompany you back to your lodgings?
If you want to.
And he comes and he walks just a little in front of you, walking slowly to make sure you're keeping pace. He's being very patient with you. You sense frustration from this so-called god.
I'm frustrated. I mean, maybe he was too. But it's just that everyone I talk to, just they don't see what I see.
And what is it you see, Narissa?
I don't know, just not what everyone else is seeing, not this supremacy. It's not necessary.
I agree. One thing that Tuhanu has always taught us is that we are all equal, and so we shall all share the spoils, whether they be the spoils of war or the spoils of peace. We strive for the latter. Some, I believe, do not hold all our values close to their soul, and that is a sad thing. But the Yuan Ti are her children, such as the dragons, such as, and he sort of trails away. Marissa, I hope you and I will one day see eye to eye. You and your friends have crossed paths with the messengers many a time. To speak with one is to share a piece of one's soul. And to do that is to embody Tuhanu. And you seek to share peace. to share something greater, like love.
Of course. And I see that in you and the other messengers.
Well,
It's just hard for me to believe something after what I have experienced.
experiences make you who you are, but they are not what you are. They've simply brought you here. So, Narissa, I ask you to choose your path wisely as you step forward. Those same steps, mistakes, victories will continue to make you grow. And I hope they lead you to the love that is our mother.
If that's the right answer, then I'll stand there with you.
And through his mesh sort of red cowl that comes in front of his face, you see the echoes of a smile. Well, I hope it is right too. This is where I leave you. I will be happy to see you all tonight.
Of course. See you at the spectacle.
See you there. As he steps away, making his way throughout the forest of the swamp. And you all reconvene.
So,
Well, we got on swimmingly, I would say. How about you?
bad.
Oh,
That was bad. That made me mad.
didn't get the answers you were hoping for from your...
I think what he's saying is true. I think he's Marshall. His voice was everywhere. He took me on the snake down into some caverns. I saw the dragon. I don't know if it was green or black. I think green.
So,
And he spoke to me in my mind, and he said he was Marshall, and I sensed his presence, and it was both fiendish and celestial. And he said that I was dead to him, and that I didn't have to be if I joined his side.
oh, because you're ex-religious.
Because I lost my fight with Isahu. That,
The first one.
yes.
Uh,
The second one was more of a draw. Yeah, the first fight. I'm supposed to be dead, which my soul would then go to Marshall for him to get stronger.
why aren't you dead? Why isn't Isahu? Fuck, is that his name?
Yeah.
Yeah, it isn't Isahu. I don't know if you've ever clarified this before. I understand that you two were supposed to have a fight to the death, and he won, and yet you're not dead. So why did that happen?
Well, we go through, like I said, we're born, we're paired, we go out into the forest for 8 years-ish alone. We have to learn how to survive with just the two of us. Whoever makes it back is then in an intensive training program learning how to become a warrior for the tribe. They're, the pairs there then, when we all turn 19, have to fight in a battle royale to the death, and whoever is the last one standing is the newest warrior. And then they go on to challenge higher warriors as they get stronger, and eventually it will breed the strongest warrior who will be able to put Marshall back where he belongs. I lost my fight. It was just Isahu and I at the end, and I hesitated to kill him because, you know.
You loved him.
Because you're weird.
Because I'm weird. And I love
Uh-huh.
him. And he
So-
hurt me. And I died. And when I woke up, I was on the shore.
I always just
Norfain?
Yes, of Norfain.
I always just presumed that he didn't strike the blow correctly. Or he didn't strike you down to kill. You
So
were
the last-
you were
yeah.
dead, all the way gone.
If it has been 3 years since that moment, I must have been. Or in a middle state of death and life.
So it sounds like you didn't actually know what happened. I mean, it seems like there's a gap in your memory. There was a moment when you saw who struck you down and you lost consciousness of some sort, and then you woke up on the shore, right? Like those two things are back to back in your mind.
Essentially, the blood pit that we fight in is on the edge of a cliff. He struck me and kicked me off of the cliff, and I fell into the water. And that's the last thing I remember before waking up.
Oh, okay. So you could have not died. I mean, that seems to be the most reasonable outcome, seeing as I'm having a chat with you right now.
Maybe you just have this 3-year amnesia.
So wait, yeah, what's this 3-year gap? You mean when you woke up on the shore, and then you went and you said, "Hey, what day is it?" They said it was three years removed from that moment. Is that what you're saying?
No, I didn't ask. I just assumed that it couldn't have been more than a couple of days, maybe a few weeks. I never asked. There didn't seem to be a reason. Why would I ask? I was still injured when I woke up.
So it could have just been a couple of days that you were.
Isahu said it was 3 years, and there's
Wait,
no
you saw who
way.
said he was 3 years?
What if
3
he's
years-
just lying to you? What if he's lying to you?
Wait. 3 years since what? He said that? He said 3 years since.
Since he last saw me, which would have been when he killed me, or I guess maybe didn't. I don't know.
Maybe you went into the umbral mirror when you
I see.
died, and
I
that
see.
has some weird wonky woo time lapse. So you stayed injured for 3 years in the real world, but it was only moments in the umbral mirror. Did something like that happen when we came out of the umbral mirror? Was there a weird time lapse?
No.
No. Okay. Well, that's just a hullabaloo then. What I just said.
He stops to ask God.
He said, "Wait, is that how it works?" Never mind. I'm just
Sits
talking
there and
shit.
ponders.
So,
Never mind.
I take it that you didn't get really a moment to have Isahu clarify exactly what he meant by that, huh?
I'm assuming Isahu is a very straightforward man. I'm assuming he just meant what he said. I don't think he would lie or try and trick me by saying it's been 3 years if it hasn't. I think it really has been. I just don't understand how.
Sure. That does seem to be the mystery at the moment.
I know that the deity I talk to is a winged snake. I've seen it in my dreams.
And the winged snake kept you alive for 3 years, but didn't heal your wound.
Yes.
Well, did you ask the winged snake why it kept you alive?
I have, and usually the answer is something like, because you're different.
Maybe it was love. It was love that kept you alive.
Maybe
All right,
you
okay.
are the winged snake, and you are just perceiving this weird alternate version of yourself.
Maybe.
You are the winged snake to kill Mershulk.
Alright, well,
Also
in any
starts
case.
like
it's-
she makes her
it's-
eyes go cross-eyed and she starts spinning and then just falls on the bed, grasping her head like it hurts.
I'm right there with you.
So, you were disappointed by your conversation with Sankali because he disowned you and gave you really no answers.
He said he had no answers for me because I wasn't part of his religion anymore, essentially. Which
Oh,
I
so-
guess, is fair, but
So if you were, then maybe he would give you answers. Is that what you mean? Is that how you took it?
maybe. Like, if it had been because of him, or if I had kept my faith and still somehow lived or something, then he would know why. But because my faith was shaky, he doesn't.
Right.
Well, pretty hard
Well,
to believe in some frozen god.
I always thought that I, prayed with the rest of them, but I guess not. And now at this
Well-
point, it's like, why should I listen to him when I've gotten nothing from him before?
Yeah, fuck him.
He's not even really a god. He's a demigod.
He's still.
He's got flesh and blood. He could die.
Sure, but I don't know if I would try that.
We could take him.
Well, I'm sorry it didn't work out for you. But then you mean that there are answers out there somewhere,
Of course. Look,
Anyway,
it is what it is. What are we going to do now?
What time is it, is what I was gonna ask.
At this point in time, it's probably like 5-ish.
Should we?
Okay.
So,
I want to make my raven for the last
yeah.
hour.
Okay.
Your talk went well. Connor was going to help, and we can take care of this.
Yes, as far as we understand, Konowa is going to help. He's going to meet us. We told him to meet us in our room. We're in our room right now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. We told him to meet us here at 6:15 because we told Winemarrow to meet us at 6, and we need to fill him in
Of
on what's
course.
going on.
Right. So we just wait for Winemarrow to get here then.
I suppose.
Yep.
Right. Well,
And what
time
is
to
it
rest.
that I told him? I told him no marks on the door means come in, right?
I'm
Yeah.
pretty positive.
Right.
yeah.
Okay, then we'll leave it at that.
Okay. You spend your hour bringing Umbra back, and almost
Take a
as
rest.
like if you guys want to take a short rest, take the effects of that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I was trying to think. I was like, has it been a day? No, you guys are nearing the end of said day. And almost as like the chime of a cuckoo clock as Umbra returns and claws into the night. You see in the window a dark silhouette as they sift in through the shadow. Winemarrow's skull peeking through the open orifice of this house.
Hello.
And he sort of comes in strangely like, what's the word? Elegantly.
Yeah, live. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why. He's just skinny. It's just like he has good control of his body as he comes in and like makes his way and sits on the bed. Uwasa's kind of like looking up at him. She's getting kind of used to him now, but she's also like, don't want to move too fast. I don't know what he's gonna do.
Yeah. All right, guys. Tell him what the plan is.
Okay. Well, Konoha said that he would get your bards out.
And he cocks his head, side-eyeing you. Did he?
Yep,
I did.
sure did.
But we didn't tell him about you or that you're involved in any way. We were planning on going there with him, and we would point them out.
This bodes well.
Yeah, we thought so.
Then
Mm-hmm.
I will ask you to do your best as a distraction.
distraction for...
I cannot in good conscience stop with just the bards.
You know, Winemarrow, I had a feeling you were gonna say that.
So, you free them. I will follow closely behind.
And you're going to free the rest.
Yes,
Everybody?
as many as I can.
Why?
Approximately how many others are there?
They're all staying in cages with another 2 to 3. So just counting the bards, there could be a possible 12 in there. But they get new victims every 10 day. Every ride I see some.
Right. Okay, well, as long as we're not the ones doing it.
Please.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, firstly, I must say that I would advise against it. Listen, I understand that what you're doing is very noble, and I'm with you. I'm on your side on this, this moral, fence. I'm on your side, though I think you're pushing your luck. But at the same time, I suppose if it happens this way, you do give us plausible deniability, because it would appear as though we're not connected.
And I will ask of you one last favor, which should ensure that we get out of this unscathed.
Okay.
You will take the bards to Weisgard.
Well, that's
Why?
convenient.
The cloud chorus nears.
What is that? I've heard it before, but
It is-
Salo mentioned it in his letter. That's where I heard it. Forgot. I was like, where did I hear that from?
The cloud chorus happens once every 4 years or so, where Weisgard hosts a sort of competition for bards. Those who are, well, talented enough receive a few gifts, one of them being the opportunity to join the choir of Athia. Some simply walk away with monetary goods, others the title of, well, the Cloud Chorus winner.
Okay. By the way, do you know the name of them? Any of their
Yes.
names?
Of the bards? Yes. There's Jocelyn and Stina. Jocelyn, she prefers to play the flute. Stina sings. As well, they also have Gustavo and Bar. They are the rhythm section of their current troupe.
Okay.
Jocelyn, Gustavo, Bar, and
Stina.
Stina.
Yes.
Stina.
Jocelyn, Stina, Gustavo, and Bar.
If we were to be discovered and Konoha found out that you were freeing these slaves, what would happen to you?
I hope that if all goes well tonight, I will leave. Then what happens to me?
Well, I don't know what happens to you after you leave. I'm asking you what happens if you're caught.
Then I guess I must face whatever consequences await me.
Probably not good.
Yeah, probably not. Well, my fingers are crossed for you then, and I'll do what I can to distract.
Yeah, I mean, what can you give us a general idea of what your plan is exactly while we're quote unquote distracting?
I will simply be, addressing the cages. I will leave them with keys and or notes of when to escape if I find the time to unlock the cages myself.
Do you have keys or do you have like lock picks that you're handy with?
Lockpicks would be a better response.
So you don't have keys.
Unfortunately, I may have some, but they trust most of those to Snapjaw.
Fucking Snapjaw. Prick.
Of course, always.
He is, well, the captain of the lizard folk. So,
Okay.
and at that moment, you hear just a dum 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 against the door. Well,
Okay.
you said 6:15 something. The sun's going down. How can I help you?
You better get out of here.
All right, well, here we go. You are helping us go get those bards.
Did Winemarrow hide?
He's leaving. He's on his way out.
We'll open the door,
No, yeah, he's out the window.
and I will
Okay,
open the door.
okay. No,
Okay.
we'll open the door.
Kanoa.
Took you long enough, mate. So, I mean, this is, well, I hate to say it, quite the predicament.
Oh, no, don't tell me something like bad, Kanoa.
Well, it's not so much under our jurisdiction. I sort of mentioned the bards.
And
The bards aren't food.
what are they?
Guests. Charges of the Red Wizards.
They're guests? Then why are they locked
Yeah,
up?
why are they locked in the cages, not with the Red Wizards?
Beats me, mate. I don't stay. I just watch them. I didn't know there was any delineation between the bards and them, but they asked me to speak with Kolarot, and they said no. However, Speaker told me I was following the truth to Hanul.
So the speaker said it was okay, but the Red Wizard's leader lady said no.
The Speaker said he was not the one to make that decision.
But Tuhanul's telling you not to burn down the village full of dogs, kittens, and babies, so you want to free the bards.
Well, way to bring that reference back in, mate. Yes, I don't want to burn down the city of kitties and puppies and such. And so if these bards are as cute as you say they are, I think we should help them.
I think you're right.
I also think you're right.
You're a good bloke.
Now, couldn't call myself a follower to Hanul if I wasn't.
So what's your plan?
Well, we just tell them.
Just
The
walk
Red
in and
Wizards
ask?
are all bothered with whatever this ritual is.
And now is the best time to do it.
Tell who? What?
We're gonna go tell the lizard folk to give us the bards.
Oh, yes. Let's go do that.
All right, mate. Follow me.
We'll be right behind you.
This might be easier if you all take the canoes. They can only fit so many people.
You're gonna fly.
It takes a lot of strength, mate. I don't want to have to intimidate anyone.
So you're not gonna fly.
No. And you can kind of see he's kind of really struggling with this decision. There's lots of thoughts going on in Konoha's head.
But if you did
To turn into the dragon or to free the bards?
free the
Roll insight.
But if you did turn into a dragon, you would be okay if I were to like ride, right?
Well, now, that space is specifically reserved for the speaker.
I mean, like 5 minutes.
Oh,
Yeah, mate. I'm happy to do so.
15?
15?
She's like, hell yeah.
about turning, you think you didn't really see this type of trepidation when he was talking about freeing the slaves. This really came up when he was kind of deciding his form of travel.
Come on, it could be really cool for all of us.
But then we do attract a lot of attention if he turns into a dragon.
Precisely.
Exactly, which is what I'm worried about. So
We don't want the red wizards to know what we're up to.
Sure.
Bring their charges.
But I mean, how often do you turn into a dragon? How would they know?
well, that's the point. I keep it on the down low.
They don't know.
Who knows? Who knows?
You know?
You know? And he sort of like nudges you on the shoulder.
All right, Connor. You know,
Fuck it.
I'm
I'll
not-
swim. It's fine.
what? Why don't you just ride in the fucking canoe with us?
Me?
Yeah,
Look at me,
there's
mate.
multiple.
Those are hard enough to just take care of me alone.
All right. Well,
It's fine. I do it all the time.
If you want to swim, sure.
Okay.
What is it? Some mud, some blood, some water.
yeah, who hasn't been covered in all that before?
See?
It is true.
It's nothing new.
Okay.
Then let's go. Let's go.
Okay. So you guys push out into the golden light of twilight as you start to unhook your canoe, tie the rope up, do your thing. You guys all get in. Who else is at the back looking at Castle Neratar, which you see that same strange purple flame that you've been seeing. But this one reminds you most, as it sits upon the top of the castle, of that strange fire that flew out of the sky when you entered the Moor.
And we still can't, like, I don't know, figure out what it is. It's just magic of some sort.
What have you done to figure out what
I don't know.
it is?
Look at it.
That's not much. Damn, I see some fire.
But it's purple.
Purple fire.
Yeah.
You've seen all kinds of colors. You've seen green, purple. I mean, are you asking to like do like a check or something?
Yeah, I guess, like, knowing what we've seen from it. Like, I guess I'm just trying to figure out what the purpose of the fire is.
The purpose of the fire?
Sorry, where is this fire coming from?
It's just sitting at the top of the one of the turrets from the castle.
Oh.
Like, is it an after effect of a spell? Is it like a light source? Is it like a component?
Go ahead and roll history.
For sure. 10.
10. You remember that there was another large creature that you could only assume was a dragon that was blowing these flames the night you entered the moor.
That's dragon fire. I don't know why it's purple.
Alright, well, does it change anything?
I suppose not.
You guys are talking about this together.
Yeah.
And Kanawa, as he's sort of like popping in and out of the swamp water, he's just like, that's Colorot's fire. Goes back in. Interesting. It's purple. Dives back under. I don't know. I think it's kind of pretty. Dives back in. Is this really that serious?
What color is he?
Colorot? And he just kind of starts floating.
Yeah.
Never seen Colorot outside of the night. She comes in, and as soon as she comes in, well, she's like me.
Transform.
Yeah.
I
wonder if
thought
she
you
made a
said you were
wish
the
to-
only one who could do that.
Secrets. Y'all are mates. Y'all can learn something. And apparently, what she stands for isn't what Tuhunul stands for. So a small, little white lie like that shouldn't hurt us, right?
She
What does she look like
Met
in
her.
person? Oh, we did.
No, we saw her.
Yeah, she has like red hair.
She was the woman in black.
Yes.
Cole.
Yeah, Cole.
Yeah. Okay.
She doesn't like that name. That's why it's so fun to call her Cole.
Cole
She
or
doesn't stand for Tuhano.
Apparently, if she wants to let these red wizards keep these bards. Speaking of which, I'm going to stop talking about that right now.
Right. Well, maybe we can have this conversation later when we're not swimming in the middle of this putrid lake.
Fair enough. As he dives back in.
Gross.
You guys make it, and you see Kanawa has actually gained a lot of headway atop you guys. Step onto an island, and he kind of ushers you guys forth. You see a couple of lizard folk with their spears brandished. Ersid, you notice that none of these lizard folk carry that green sort of rope or band that Winemarrow was speaking of.
So these are not Kanawa ones?
They're not Winemarrow.
Oh, okay. That's what he was saying, yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
Speaking of Winemarrow, I want to like actively be trying to see if I can spot Winemarrow so that I can keep him on in you know what I mean? Like keep an eye on what he's doing.
Roll
that will
perception.
aid me in my ability to help him if I can find him.
Yeah, absolutely. Roll perception for me. Let's see what you see.
Big. Guidance.
19.
Did I get it off soon enough?
Do you want the guidance?
Can add a D4 to it.
You know, I might because he's apparently very sneaky, so it might be hard for me to see him. So I will roll it. So 21 total after everything.
Okay. 21 total. You guys get to this island. You see some of the bards in there, and behind the island itself, back into the swamp, Ersid, you see. At first, you think it's like an alligator, and then you realize it's like, oh, interesting. That's an albino alligator. No, that's the skull that sits upon Winemarrow's head as he sort of sifts out of the water and looks towards those cages and gives you a nod as he sinks back down.
Great. All right, Kanawa. You're up.
Look, mate, the Red Wizard's asking for these bards here. Well, that one specifically, as you see a woman in a white robe with long, luscious golden hair that looks like a dandelion's in the sun. She's holding on to a small flute, and she kind of looks a little confused and a little scared. He's gonna roll persuasion.
Come on, Kanawa, you can do it. Very persuasive man.
I'm sure.
And they just kind of like nod, and they start to take her out. And she steps out to you guys. Well, who are you now? And where am I going?
We're friends. And you are going with us.
Roll persuasion.
Don't.
Cool.
No time to explain. Just get in, kid.
Oh, use luck.
Damn, that's twice.
Yep. 21.
Okay. And she looks and kind of nods. And you see that after you've tied up your boat, there's a couple of other canoes. Connor was just kind of like, hey, we're going to have to split up. You guys are going to have to, you want to start taking them back? Or
Yeah,
you guys aren't
we
all
can-
going to fit in one boat.
We can
Sure.
hide them in our room. Right?
Yes.
Hide them. Why you?
So the red wizards don't know.
That's a good idea. And he looks back at the lizards. Don't tell the red wizards.
Yeah, fuck them.
Ersid, you see Winemarrow creeping up out of the water. heading towards the cages.
How many lizard guards are there?
Just two.
There's two.
Mhm.
And where are they looking?
They're focused on Kanawa right now, who's starting to look towards the cages as well.
Well,
Okay, and there's
how are we gonna get all of them? How are we gonna get all the people, all the guards?
Where are the rest of them?
I'd like to get them all at once so that
Yeah, so-
we make as little
few
trips
few
back and
trips as
forth.
possible.
Yeah.
And Jocelyn speaks up. I can row. It's fine. I'm sure the rest of us can take care of ourselves. We have to get from, well, one stage to another.
Yeah, I'd like you all to be, in the same vicinity, though.
And during this conversation, Ersa, you all hear the sound of water. And the lizard folks kind of look around and kind of takes a look out into the swamp. Damn fishies.
Yeah, it's creepy out here.
Yeah, we should stay away from. I think I might have seen something dangerous looking in the water. We should stay back.
Well, how was we supposed to get to the other islands? If I see anything in the water, I will make sure to take care of it.
All the bards are on separate islands.
That's really great.
That's what they wanted. Look, I'm not.
There's 4 of them.
Yes.
Okay, once we pick up 2, I can take the 2 back. You can handle it from there,
Sure, yes.
Sure.
and then you'll take 2 of them back, or whatever.
We'll take 2 of them back. Maybe don't go into the castle. I
Yeah.
don't know. I just don't.
She's got like an old, gross, dirty cloak and like a bright orange one, but there's still cloaks that she has in her backpack. So
I mean, they do have the white cloaks on, too.
yeah, but that's like not a good thing, right?
I mean, they all have white cloaks on. Same with the messengers that you've seen.
Oh, okay, all right, fair enough.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, let's get the other ones.
Okay, you move on to the next island. Ersid, make me another perception check.
Oh my god, that was so close. 12.
Fuck.
12. Okay, understood. So you make it to the next island. The same sort of scene transpires.
Did Winemarrow get the rest of the people in the cage or no?
You saw he jumped back into the water. He has done something to some effect.
Okay,
He probably just unlocked it and told them like they had to wait.
Yeah.
maybe.
A
Okay.
good assumption.
Just here to pick up our second bard.
And here we go. Here's the second one.
Okay. I think for this, we'll just have you make a charisma check to see if you can keep the parties distracted enough.
Sure. Just add my flat charisma.
Let's do performance, or since this is a distraction, let's do deception.
21 again.
21 again. Okay. Things are looking good. But how are Winemarrow's rolls? Ersid, you could not see Winemarrow swimming in between islands, but you do see him creeping out the water once again.
There's 2 guards for every island that we're on.
Yes.
2 guards per.
Well,
holding
this
cell.
island has 4.
Oh, jeez.
4 guards. Okay.
4 guards.
But with your deception check, even after the large splash that Winemarrow makes jumping back into the swamp, kind of what dismisses it as just fishes as he garners the full
God
attention.
damn, he's like an NPC. Must have been the rats.
One thing you notice, Ersid, is that these lizard folk do carry the green bands of Winemarrow.
The 4 on this island.
Yes.
Okay.
Cool.
So, does that mean that they're with Winemarrow?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Sarah, he designates them as allies.
Oh, okay.
So, should I take these two back?
Yeah. I mean, I guess we can't. They can't fit any more in there.
That's what I mean. Get a head start, kind of stagger it out just in case.
How many canoes did we take? We took one.
You took the one. Now you guys are taking the second one.
To get back with the other two, and me and Nia said.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
It'll seem less weird if we do it like that.
Sure.
Okay.
Right.
So you make your way back. To
Tell
keep
'em
this concise, unless you want to
hoods
have
up.
conversations with them.
Not really. I just tell
Okay.
them hoods up.
Head down. Keep your instruments tucked.
And they nod. Let's see. This next island has 3 lizard folk. And you don't see the bands. Go ahead and make a deception check. Airsid, roll perception. Perception.
17.
12.
12. Okay.
Be sneaky, you bastard.
Surprisingly enough, Airsid, you don't notice anything. You're not sure if Winemarrow has sort of deviated from the path or if he's with you all. Everything is sort of silent, but you happen to collect your bard.
Okay.
Okay.
You make it to the last island where there are 4 more lizard folk.
Man, there's a lot of these guys.
And you see a couple of green bands,
Okay.
But not all.
but not all.
Okay.
So go ahead and roll your deception check. Airsid, roll perception.
19. Man, and I'm not rolling well.
Hey, it'd be like
I haven't rolled over a 10.
24.
24.
We've all had
Okay.
days like that.
Let's see.
23, sorry. I hope that wasn't the cutoff.
Oh man, sorry, DC was 22. So come on. And you all are kind of watching as Airsid, you see Winemarrow slinking up out of the water on all 4s, heading towards the cages. And 2 of the lizard folk look back.
Oh shit! And then I shoot an arrow in the opposite direction.
Jesus Christ.
I need you to roll deception.
Okay?
I don't know if I'll give you. Is that worth advantage?
I was gonna say, can I help him? I'll say return fire, and I'll shoot an eldritch blast in the same direction.
What in the? Go
Every
ahead and roll
time
with
Marissa
advantage.
leaves, she's like, they've
Okay,
got
good.
it.
But this is an Airsid roll. This has to be.
Yeah. I'm just trying
Oh
to
my
give him
god,
advantage.
dude. I rolled 2 7s.
You fuck.
7 total.
Yeah, I have +0 to deception.
Oh, fuck me.
Jesus Christ.
And you shoot off this arrow, and like sure enough, Kane shoots off an eldritch blast that burns through the arrow and like into the forest and the swamp around you. And Conwell raises an eyebrow. What the fuck are you two shooting? There's nothing here. What you see?
I don't know. My
I
friend's
thought I
got
saw some.
great eyesight, so I had to help him out.
I really thought that I saw something.
What did you see? You better be careful what you're shooting around here.
A giant ghost. A ghost giant.
It could have been that one. We saw a giant ghost.
We've all seen the giant ghost. That's not something that just happens without us not noticing.
Well, you were distracted from the.
No, but what I'm saying is, like, if I saw a giant ghost a couple of days ago, like, I wouldn't be surprised if it was another type of ghost or something. So anyway, excuse me, I'm not used to this place, so forgive me.
Sorry.
Air should roll perception.
My bad, dude. I'm sorry.
Fuck's sake, man. 17.
17. As you're going, you see the two lizard folk that you saw look back. They look at Kanua. We think we've seen something in the water. We're going to survey. And as they rush into the water,
Boy, I hope it wasn't something that we saw that we had to shoot at.
Ersa, you notice they have green bands.
Oh my god.
The two that said they were gonna check the water.
Yes.
Holy shit.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, check it out. Check it out. Make sure.
They're already gone. And Connor was like, well, come on, mates. We'll go back.
All right, yeah, we got all the bards.
Yeah,
Go on.
let's go.
Great.
Okay. So as you're heading back, Connor was just kind of swimming at a leisurely pace. So tell me, what the fuck was that?
Yeah, really, I was just trying to help my friend. We've seen some ghosts, we seen some skeleton balls. Not
Really,
skeleton like testicles, but like balls of skeletons.
spheres.
And
Spheres.
Yeah.
Connor was sort of chuckles. Well then. And he grabs your boat and it stops.
Ooh,
We're mates, right?
we really have seen skeleton balls.
Yeah.
So, what happened back there?
Can I see, like, the previous islands that we've gone to? Are the other slaves still in the cages?
Yes.
They are still in the cages.
Yes.
Connor, I don't know what happened. My friend shot an arrow, and so I helped.
All right. Then your friend, who's also supposed to be my friend. What happened there, Sid?
Kono, I would love to tell you.
No, you will tell me.
No, I will tell you
Yep.
when we
Waiting.
get back. I promise. I promise I will tell you when we get back.
You don't take promises lightly around here, Acid.
I don't give them lightly.
Then, when we return,
Yes, when we return.
you gain control of the boat once again.
I'll cast message to Irsid.
What are you casting?
Message.
No, what are you saying?
Oh.
I'm sorry, that's my bad.
What the fuck are you gonna tell him?
And I can just talk to him? I can just respond?
Yeah, you can
Yeah,
respond.
only I can hear it. And vice versa, only you can hear me.
I was just thinking I'd just tell him, if it's all done and over with. It seems to me that he wants to do the right thing.
You're just gonna tell him the truth.
Cast message again.
Narissa
Yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
Erison always do the
Constant message casting.
No,
Yeah.
for sure.
That was my plan. Because it seems as though he has been inspired to do the right thing. And so I thought I'd take a gamble and just tell him the truth, that we're setting these people free because they don't deserve to be enslaved.
I hate that. I really hope it works.
You make it back. there to your little lodging. Saying you come in, you see Narissa is already kind of like, you're trying to calm them down. They're just kind of talking between themselves. They're kind of quiet. You step in, and the four of them sort of go into like a group hug. You see Jocelyn's crying, Stina's trying to hold shit back. Fucking Gustavo's just bawling. And Bar's just taking it all in.
So why save us?
Who's talking right now?
Jocelyn.
She was the blonde one.
She's
that
the
we
blonde
rescued
one.
First.
Jocelyn's blonde, sort of tall. She has the flute. Stina is a dwarf, and her hair is sort of in like almost like dreadlocks, like braids. Gustavo is just a human.
Just the most guy I've ever seen.
He's just a guy. He has some facial hair. He kind of looks like a younger Marco, with darker skin. And then Bar is a Goliath. He's a very large guy.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Sick.
You're part of Phoenix's Rest, yes? Or you live there or something?
And Bar speaks up. We lived there until we were taken.
Well, a mutual friend has asked us to help you.
Then Jocelyn speaks up.
I think I know who that friend is.
I'm sure you do.
I'm sure you do.
And you hear the door slam behind you.
And so, when do I get to know about this mutual friend of yours?
When the bards have left.
Well, they're not leaving until we leave.
Yeah, they don't leave until we leave.
That's right. Okay.
Okay, here we go.
Tell the
So we're all in the room?
Yep.
Yeah.
Here we go. We're gonna tell the truth.
Okay, Kanoa, listen, you really are a mate. I mean, you showed that you care about doing the right thing, and so I want to be honest with you, and I hope that you appreciate that. And I'm sorry that we left you a little in the dark about some of the details. We were asked to help get the bards out by Winemarrow, and Winemarrow thought that it would be wrong if we left the other prisoners there enslaved. And so I told him that we had agreed to help with the bards. Though he said that he was going to try and get the rest of them out. We said, good luck. And what he did from there on was his own decision. So, listen, mate, we're just trying to do the right thing, and I think that we can all agree that slavery is not, or feeding innocent, sentient beings for the sake of food is not the right thing to do. So, I hope you're not mad at me.
And as Kanoa opens his mouth, you all hear a voice foreign to you all coming from the window.
So, is that exactly how everything is supposed to go?
Who in the hell is this?
As you look towards the window, you see a small kiwi-looking sort of bird.
What? Kiwi bird?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna try and throw my cloak over to catch it.
And like, you start to step up with your cloak, and the kiwi looks at you, and it opens its beak, and as it does, its beak turns into the maw of a dragon.
Oh,
Please, we can simply talk.
What are you? What who?
They call me many names. I'm not sure if any of them are worth saying to you. You all are very interesting.
And Kanawa kind of looks over. Well, this is.
Yes, Kanua. It seems you've got yourself tangled in something.
Look, I wasn't trying to. I didn't mean anything by it. They told me these are my friends.
Your friends.
And the Kiwi looks at you all.
Then we must all be friends if you are friends of Kanuas.
Yeah, we're friends. That's what that means. Who are you? If you don't have a name, what is your what are you?
is there
And
something we
what-
can help you with,
Yeah,
Mr.
what-
Bird Dragon?
Miss
Miss Bird Dragon?
Gara Renka.
Gara Renga. Is there something that you need from us?
So, you come into my more free slaves. Some I may or may have not been planning on dining with. Tell me, what is it that you can do for us?
For you and the Moor?
The mole, the messengers. Is there a reason why I should not alert them?
Well,
I'd be happy to go out and go hunt and find some alternative food for you.
Sure, yeah. Why couldn't we do that?
as to not alert anybody, I'm sure that, you know, there's things that can be done in the shadows.
Or at least in the company of friends.
I mean, we're not by any means against the messengers. This isn't a slight against them. We've helped them many a time. Kanoa here is a great example.
Well, I mean, they did. If it wasn't for them, I wouldn't.
Yes, if it wasn't for them, you would still be human. So, if you all are so helpful, why stop?
Well, what do you need?
The orb.
Look, I already gave that away, mate.
Not the ones we don't have.
What about just information on where the orb is?
Roll persuasion.
No, I'm not good at it. I just don't want to go get it with my hands. That feels bad and wrong. Okay, 13. It's pretty good for me.
You will tell us where the orb is. You will find it in earnest. And keep your hands clean.
And if we don't find said orb for you, you're going to...
Then were you looking?
No, I'm saying if we choose not to, then you're going to tell on us.
I think that is a fair trade.
And then we'll be made enemies of the dragons and
This estate.
the followers. Yeah, enemies of your state.
The red wizards. I don't like them much.
Oh, you don't like the red wizards? Why are they here?
I don't like Kolerat.
Oh, now I'm super confused.
So, if you cannot find the orb, then how about eliminating some competition?
Any reason why she's competition to you?
The same reason Kanua is. Well, you see, mate, I didn't choose this, and I've done like you said. If you've seen me turn into a dragon while we're here, no one knows you're here besides these few. I mean, silence. Too many dragons in such a small space.
Okay.
One less
The green dragon.
may stop me from doing what I must. For if they encroach upon my horde, Kanua, then I will have to dismiss them. And that is something I know Kolerat wants.
Cholera wants you to kill everybody.
No, she wants my horde. Sure, she may benefit from the death of many here. And that is something I would also like to see off the table.
Okay.
So what if we help you kill Cholera?
Then, I believe we may have an agreement.
That's the one you're gonna pick.
If we agree to this, if we agreed to it,
When would a good time be? Because we're very, we're busy.
we are pretty busy, and I would also like some assurance that you're going to be there to help,
No,
but you'll charge Kanua to help.
you will bring me Kolerat's head, or you will bring us the orb.
Okay. Is there
Make
like a...
your decision. A
When
time
do you-
frame? And the kiwi sort of kicks its head.
Is there like a time frame? Because it's not that. Look, maybe we kill Colorado, right? I might need to go do some more push-ups first, or
If
I'm strong, but I don't
see
know.
you all again without the head of this creature,
Or
then
the
consider your allegiance absolved.
orb. Okay.
Oh, wait, is there a choice? We can get the orb or kill Colorot?
Yeah.
Yes,
What orb are we missing?
The blue one.
The blue one.
And the white one.
Right.
But they have a heading on the white one.
Yeah. The blue one's the one they really
Okay.
need.
Well, what if we do the orb instead?
Either way, they say it's fine. It's just the next time we pass through here, if they see us again and we don't have the head or we don't have the orb, we are enemies.
Okay.
Okay,
So-
okay. We're not deciding which one we're doing right at this moment, but next...
yes,
What?
you are.
Well. Next time you see us, we will have one of the two.
No, You tell me.
And that,
Now,
you have my word.
We really do keep our promises.
then you will take the book.
With us
Huh?
when we leave.
We'll take the book.
Yes.
So we have to spread the message.
No, I don't think that's part of the agreement of holding on to the book.
Read what
Was it?
message?
No?
I thought it was. Thought
I
they
mean,
were
they just expect you to do the damn thing because, like, oh, you're doing the tunnel stuff, but really they are looking for the orb.
Oh, okay.
This whole Tuhanul thing is a big fucking front. They don't give a fuck. They just want to... Whatever. It doesn't matter.
Everyone is here for something different. Senkali and the speaker don't even see eye to eye because I talked to the speaker right after Senkali, and the speaker said they didn't agree with how Senkali wanted to run things.
Yeah, I feel like we're in fucking King's Landing right now. Like,
So,
Okay.
it looks like we're kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place right now. And I guess,
Yeah,
what do we want to do?
Okay, Gara.
Renka.
Gara Ranka. We'll take your book.
huh?
Yeah, we'll take the book. We'll take the book. Otherwise, what's our other option here? You want to choose which one we're doing now? You want to just do the orb?
I think by taking the book, we're doing the orb. I mean, you know, we might always circle back and you might get the 2-for-1, so...
How does that strike your fancy?
Case scenario. Well, it has been a pleasure.
Right.
As the Kiwi hops off the window,
God damn it.
and Kana was kind of sweating.
Is that the green dragon?
I mean, not exactly. I mean, that was their voice, yes, but as you can see, that's why I was worried what you were shooting at.
Right.
Yeah.
Great.
What are the bards doing right now?
They're weeping.
They're like, oh
weeping
my-
in the corner.
They're shitting.
Jocelyn she's fainted.
like, oh.
Stina's trying to take care of her. Gustavo is like freaking out. He's running around. Wasa's trying to calm him down, and Bar is writing.
It is good material for a song, maybe.
It is good material.
That could be his will, too.
Well, if they are to sing my will in the way of song, then I will have lived the true life of a bard.
It sounds like it. Great.
All right. Well, have we done everything that we need to be here for? When can we fucking get out of here?
I look outside at the fucking sun. Is it?
It's setting. You can actually hear like a mellow chanting coming from the surrounding area.
You know
Yeah, we
what?
still
We've
gotta
already
see the-
stayed. We might as well go watch the spectacle.
You got to talk to the speaker now.
We have to
Anyway.
go talk to the speaker and get the book.
Oh, wait, that wasn't the speaker. That was...
That was the
green
green
dragon.
dragon who I made eye
Okay.
contact with in the bowels of the castle.
Okay, but the speaker also wanted us to get the blue orb, so now we can just tell the speaker that we're gonna do that, right?
Apparently, that's what we're doing. Yeah.
Right.
Okay. Well, that decision was just made for us, so I guess less pressure.
I mean, we could always not do it. We just become enemies.
We could kill the. We can kill the other
we
lady.
Can kill the other lady.
Everyone, we're not gonna talk about it anymore until until we've left this place.
That actually sounds like a good idea, mate. So, how are we on time? Are we going to...
We're just going to finish it. I don't want to be here any longer than I have to.
Okay.
I mean, we could just leave.
I'm seeing this stupid. If it changes my mind, then I want to be here for it.
Okay, all right. We've somehow evaded death at every corner, so we may as well just see this spectacle. Then.
Exactly.
Okay, out of character. Are you guys good on time? Do we want to do that, or do we want to call it and start our next session?
I think I was thinking that this would be it.
Okay.
Call it here. Start with the spectacle.
Well, y'all are in for some shit next time. For everyone who stayed, thanks for watching. Hope you all enjoyed yourself. We'll be streaming next Wednesday, and we should be streaming Wednesdays until the end of the year. We'll try to keep you updated with our schedule, probably 2 months ahead, just so that way you guys can plan, because I know things have been changing a lot. Feel free to tell your friends to follow us. We're going to give you guys a special stream, one shot, once we hit 100 followers, so please help us do that. Feel free to get some gifts from Dice Legion. Feel free to check out Mates of Fate, TT Tomes, check out their Kickstarters, check out their awesome content, and we will see y'all next week. Have a great night.
Good night. Oh my god.
Jesus Christ.
We're just never safe.
No. Nope. Nope.